Okay, welcome students. Hope you're all doing well. We're going to go right in now to the cadaver. So I'm going to be pointing out, first of all, we're going to be starting with the thoracic cavity here. So the first thing, of course, is the lungs, which many of you didn't have a chance to see. So here, of course, is the right lung. You can see the three separate lobes there of the lung. And then here is the left lung. Remember, the left lung only has two lobes, and you can also see the cardiac notch right here. Okay, and then of course at the end of the cardiac notch we have the lingula. So that's our lung. We'll take the heart now, go into the heart. Okay, you can see that this heart has already been dissected out, so you can see the various chambers. You can see, of course, as we open up the heart, here particularly with the right ventricle, you can see the chordae tendineae, the little parachute that we talked about in class. Down here is the false chordae tendineae. And then of course we can go to the other side, and then you can see the same things here from the left ventricle. You can see again the chordae tendineae and the papillary muscle at the bottom of the parachute that we talked about in class there. It's a little bit more difficult to point out the valves when we're doing this on video, so we're probably not going to do that. But you can see, of course, the aorta coming out here at the top. Now we're going to move from the thoracic cavity. We're going to go down here, and you can see the diaphragm right here above the liver. And we'll take the liver out. You can see here the various lobes of the liver, right, left lobe. And in between there you can see, easy to see, the falciform ligament here, and then the ligamentum teres hepatis here, which anchors the liver down. If we turn over onto the inside, then you can see a couple of the other lobes that are not, you can't see from the other side. Up above here you can see the caudate lobe, and then the quadrate lobe, and then the caudate lobe is down below. So let me rephrase that again. This will be your quadrate lobe, and then your caudate lobe down here in the middle. So that takes you through the liver. And then as we proceed down a little further, we can identify a few more of the organs in the abdominal cavity. First of all, the kidney. And as we open up the kidney, you can see the various parts of the kidney that we discussed in lecture. You can see really close, if you look, you can see the pyramids right here. And of course the little dark areas, not sure how that'll show up on video, but the little dark areas between the pyramids are the renal columns. And then if you can see the renal pelvis in the center. Now remember, we also have the outside of the kidney itself, which is the capsule. And then just as we open up inside, you can see a little closely, you can see a little different color, just about 1/4 of an inch in there all the way around, which is the renal cortex. So that's pretty much describes the kidney. Now, of course, below the kidney you can see this long cord right here, and that would be the ureter heading down to the bladder. Okay, now let's proceed down a little bit further, and of course here you can see the vena cava here, the descending part of the vena cava there. We can also point out a few other basic structures here, like this of course is the greater omentum. Underneath there, if you look really close, you can see here, all the way coming up, you can see the colon. Okay, all of this in here is are the intestines, or the small intestine. Okay, so you can see all of that. And then if we pull all of this back, let's go back for just a quick second.